You're the host.
Welcome back to another episode of Panther Press. Absolutely great show, and we are kicking goals. And this is a little bit of a sad show, but a celebration of one of the greatest people at this club, Georgie Smythe. Had his funeral not too long ago, and we're all celebrating here at the club. So we're doing the Panther Press show, and it's a little bit of a tribute to George. Thanks, George, for all the work you've done over the years and all the laughs and everything that's you've done for the club. And you might be able to probably had a couple of sherbets on the night. But,
James has definitely had a few and celebrated. But I think what was wonderful was being at the chapel today and just supporting the family. But there was so many people there, and people past Panthers, and obviously people from George's other many talents and things that he's done in life. But it was just great to see so many people celebrating him, and to see the amount of people out in the front room. It's pretty amazing, and it's still going.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a credit to him, isn't it? So.
It is. And when you say talents, I always think of the good times with George, and he's created some laughs around here. Like since being juniors, like saw you doing the same thing. I'm down here and speak to George about what me and Smiley got up to the Friday night before cricket. And George would come straight back at me with a story that's about 10 times more funnier. But like, what a great bloke, like loyal as well. I can remember a few little indiscretions I've had at the club, and had to see the tribunal here down at the club, and basically
we've all sat in front of him, haven't we?
Yeah, we all sat there and.
Pretty sure George was sitting next to most of us during those times, but yeah.
But like, I can always remember this. There was times where, I think, some of the past presidents want to give me about a 20-week ban for some of the stuff we're doing, and George, I'll appreciate. He came into the bat for me, and he basically stopped me from missing games of cricket, and my punishment was working with him in the canteen on a Saturday morning, and. That wasn't not a punishment. You go in there and it was that much fun. And after the amount of weeks I was supposed to spend in there, I ended up spending a bit more in there because there was these funny stories. There's cucumbers, sandwiches and cucumbers and lad wrap and all these funny stories and Jesus, great times. But,
they should bring back the old buttered sandwiches. That's what I had to do
I think
Bernie's...
Well, actually, it's funny you say that. That might be something we talk about. What's interesting, just sort of roaming the room earlier, the amount of people I've spoken to, and I'm sure you guys are the same, but a lot of people are like, George was the first person. I came to Eildon Park. He was the first person that I saw, first person I remember. He's just a person that you don't forget. And like you said, some of the stories of this club just involve George. The good times, the bad times, the funny times. It's got George written all over it. And I just spoke to Dave just briefly out there, and he said today's been a really great day, just celebrating. It's one of those funny things. Like, it's hard to be happy about something like this, but you also get a little bit more insight of just how important that person was. And I think Dave's even seen it tenfold today, just how important George was to so many people around. So it's a pretty special day, and like you said, James, we've been celebrating today, and I think that's an important thing. It's been a celebration, it's been pretty cool, and like I said, some of the stories, which maybe we can't repeat on here, but
I think 99% we can't say on here, and but the cling wrap, we can't do it with this stuff.
He was a pretty special individual, and
it's funny you say that as well.
Through.
Christine always talks about that. When she first got down to the club, he was the first person over, chatting to her, finding out about her, talking to her in Croatian, all that kind of stuff, and what made her feel so welcome. So he did that.
Also, I think if any random person comes down here, George will be the first one to talk to him and go out of his way to talk to him, make it feel comfortable down here. The junior mums. Sounds worse than what's But he would talk to anyone, and he would people would come down, and he'd make it feel comfortable. Yeah. That's one of the things you're gonna miss.
And that's kind of we haven't even talked about what he's done for the club, and we're not going to go through that. But obviously, when Smiley first started out, he was helping with all the coaching and doing all those things, and he's just progressed to doing so much for the club. The list, we couldn't actually spend the time going through all the things he's done for the club. So I think the life membership is the thing that sums up how much he's done for our club.
Yep.
But yeah, what a special individual.
Very special.
Right, should we get into some cricket?
It kind of feels like we
Should I,
shouldn't, but yeah.
should I do results?
Yeah, I think you should. I think you did a good great run.
The ones the last 2 weeks, we went no good. Anyway, move on to the twos.
No good either.
Yep.
No good either. Threes didn't play this week. Anyway, so teams this week.
We'll have a look at them. We'll
Sorry,
have a look.
we'll
Go
have a
through.
special
There's a
little
few
fine.
individual good ones.
Sorry, should we go through a special little fine from today? It's a special one.
This is your one.
So, this is a $10 fine. What do you do if you ever go to a funeral, a wedding, anything like that? What's the first thing you do?
Turn your phone off.
Turn your phone off, or put it on silent at least. Now, Vicky Rumpf, she doesn't realise that's what you do. Like, how long you been around, Vicky? How many weddings? When you go to one of these things, you put it on silent. And I saw her halfway through the funeral. Like, come on, Vicky, like.
Is this peeved off Panther or just a fine?
I think this is just a fine.
precursor. That's a precursor. Vicky, $10 fine. And let this be a lesson for you, Vicky. I feel like you've done it. Like you're a bit of a, reoccurring sort of fine person for
It's
this.
going hard here.
But I also feel like you're probably not even going to learn from this. But I reckon, yeah. But next thing, maybe remember this. Remember the $10 fine, and but we'll move on. We won't hold it against you.
So, Vicky, turn your phone off. Yep, we got it. Are we going to look at the scores over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, there's a few individual awards.
Yeah.
I think we should go there.
The hands as well. Going on. So, Ricky, can you get the scores up, please, Rick? Yep. That's actually not bad. I'll take that.
You'll take that. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great game. Who wants to take this, James? You
Not me.
go for it.
I can start off on
Okay,
this
go
one. So
for it.
the first, we went out there, we won the toss, thought we'd have a bat. We were 4 for 40, 4 for 20.
4 for 20, yep.
4 for 20, sorry, I gave us an extra 20 runs.
It's the wrong game.
No, same.
James wanders out there, got us off to a bit of a start. Looks like he was fighting back and then just went out. We didn't really post a great score of 125. Then one of the juniors, Sudsy, ran himself out. Well, got 37. Then got ran out by a bullet arm.
Again?
Jack Myers.
It ran out again?
Yep.
How many times?
Only the best get ran out by Jack, which is what I did as well. Obviously, they batted quite well, I would feel, and not a really big score to chase. So they probably batted, knowing that they didn't have the depth that they normally do.
And a lot of freedom.
A lot of freedom and got off to a good start, which was quite hard to pull back. So they dicked us in the end quite easily.
Can I just got another little fine here while we're doing this? This fine goes to Ricky from Halfback Visual Media. Why have you got Nave Caton on here? None for 24 off 2 overs. Why is he on the screen, Rick?
It's because it was a good spell, I think.
Why is he on the screen? So, with none for 24 off 2 overs?
You can clearly see there, there is 4 stats there.
Yep.
Also, why is Ball on there for 11? And Cam for 9. 21's all right, but 19.
Sudsy. Me and Sudsy put on 50. We're 5 for 15.
You could just make it blank, but geez, number 24 off 2 overs.
One thing.
Overs, mate. That's 8 overs.
One funny thing from this game, which we can't really find in, but the umpire, I don't know if you guys noticed, we were doing our warm-up in the back nets, and the umpire appeared from a house. From the bushes. And he lives basically on the ground, which was quite amusing.
This is very similar to that.
Yes.
Other stories we hear from that club.
And moving on to the seconds. I'll get this one. So Eildon Park made 179, and obviously we're chasing 193 and just fell a little bit short. From a bowling point of view, it was shared around. It looks as if Jaden, Kynan and Geordie all sort of did pretty well with their figures, getting 1 for. And then Morgie, it's one-day cricket, mate. You can't, you know.
They got 1 for.
Shared around.
Shared it
Yeah,
around.
they got shared the runs around too, didn't they?
And then fell a little bit short, and obviously, as you can see there, we've got a 38 from Morgie, Zach 30, Cooper 28, and Huddy Reid 20, and just a lot of starts.
Did Jenny ask you about it? Or?
No, she said, can we just tag when I'm going to talk about this? So 12 minutes.
You happy with the 20 on the screen?
20's enough, but like one for 55, you probably shouldn't be on there, Ricky. 1 for 55 off 6. Jeez.
All right, let's have a look at the threes, because this is post-Christmas, or pre-Christmas, I should say. So, Saucy, that's one.
Well, I think, James, you can have a crack at this one.
All right, you only want me to do it because you can't pronounce any of the names in the thirds.
Yeah, the Ponch.
Eildon Park, 8 for 170, and they obviously beat Monbulk, 9 for 148. Aaron Power bowled well for Monbulk, but just couldn't get him across the line. But, your boy, Sam Fry.
My boy, Frizy, yep, 2 for.
Sources, yeah, 2. Well, you claimed him as well.
Fry, I've had, no, he's got
I
the
don't all
votes.
claim him, but anyway.
I claimed him.
Tommy, Mike.
Tommy, mate.
Brad Garbutt, 1 for 11. Tyler Rumpf, 1 for 21 off 1. Yeah, but Lockie Wilkins again, 40 not out.
Yeah,
not
fantastic.
bad. It's pretty much the difference.
Great to see the thirds after a tough start to the year, just dominating, continuing to dominate. It's been pretty hard for them, hasn't it?
Well, it's going to be hard for the
They're
tripod to get back
absolutely
in.
smashing it.
Yeah, they are.
So hopefully you picked up on the sarcasm there, because have they lost a game yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they've lost a game. Anyway,
Maybe.
let's have a look at the fours.
No way.
Oh, we forgot about this, didn't we?
Hang on a minute.
Another 100. So
3 votes.
after being very serious on this note, the boys in the fours did have a bit of a tough start to the year. We talked about playing some very good cricketers. They've come home really strong.
They have.
And I'm going to say if they won 2 or maybe 3 in a row off the top of my head, and Cole Scott's been leading the way there with another 100, so well done to Cole. And then some great support from a few of the other batters there. But with the ball, Beamsley has picked it up
shocking thing I've
4
seen.
for 37, which is amazing.
I've just.
I haven't seen him get like 4 on the pitch in a row. So like getting 4 for 37, like he's had a great day, hasn't he?
He's done
So
very
that's
well.
done very well.
But that's a great win for the boys, and like I said, they have really sort of turned a corner, so that's good for them. Well done. All right. Now, do we go into the other games?
Fifth?
Well,
after?
I've got my votes now.
We would have had the 5th.
Don't have a fifth.
Marky's not here.
Marky
Captain
isn't
the
here,
fifth this
no.
year. It's, maybe in 15 years of year.
Leave that one straight to the keeper. All right, let's go. We came back after Christmas, and the 1s and 2s got to play, and it was a tale of probably not a good start again.
Well, do we find Wilco here?
Oh,
too?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
There was the go out to the middle, and now there's every chance Hicksy's made this up, but he's gone out to the middle.
Nathan Cossey.
He's flipped the coin. It's gone up in the air, come down. He's called heads or tails. It's hit the umpire's foot and landed on tails.
We won.
So no thrown tails. We won. We'll have a bat. Nah, sorry, it's hit my foot. I'm going to have to re-toss it. But it doesn't change the outcome of what's going to happen.
Change it.
So
Probably
they do it,
change
flips it again, we lose the toss, we're bowling. Probably cost us the game.
It probably didn't even happen like that. It
know, it probably-
flip the coin, land on the ground. He's just like, oh, all this stuff happened and maybe lose the toss.
Well,
so we'll find Hicksy. Oh, so we'll find
Hicksy.
Hicksy, yeah.
They batted quite well. They got off to a pretty quick, fiery start. We were able to sort of peg them back a little bit, but then one of their batsmen pretty much got 70 off about 40 balls, which yes, Clint did do very well and hit most of our bowlers to all parts. Marlowe in the end was able to get 5 for 39. I think they lost their last 5 or 6 wickets for about 10 runs. So we were able to sort of it could have gone another way. We could have been chasing a lot higher score, but we were able to sort of maintain them around that 200, which, given their start, given the middle innings, was actually a pretty good result. Griffo returning was really positive.
Really good. He actually looks really good, and
Yep.
you can see that he's he's got that class about him, and if he gets a couple of games into him, he could just tear teams apart in the finals.
Yeah, I think that was a really good sign, and obviously Nath
Great final.
bowled like Nath does, bowled really well as usual. And I'm not sure who N. Costick is. He's a new player. Nathan
It's
Costick.
the fourth Nathan in our side.
We've got another Nathan, but
Hicks.
yeah, it's got on the list
Nathan
with the
Gully
one for
and
us, so
Nathan
Taters wouldn't be happy with that. But when we chased, unfortunately, we're 4 for 20. It's pretty tough.
We were 3 for none, weren't we, at some stage? Or was
It
that-
felt like we were 3 for none. The
Yeah.
scoreboard wasn't
It
working.
was 3 for none,
It was
and it was 4 for 20 when I went in.
4 for 20, and it was always
And
going
it
to
was
be
5
tough.
for 20 when I went out.
But I think with 20 overs to go, we're about 5 for 50, and needing a lot better than run a ball. It's always going to be tough. Tibbs did his best, got 44. Bull sort of came in later.
Tibbs
with
fielded
the-
very well also.
Try and see if we can get a
Crocodile Hunter.
if we can get a little bit of hit.
Crocodile
Griffo batted well, and Hicksy sort of got a good over in there and hit a couple of boundaries. So not our day.
Do you think if you batted at 3, it would have been a bit different, or?
Who knows, mate? Who knows? Is that a
Well, that's what
is it a dig? Is it?
No, this is what you said on the day.
I didn't say that because anyway, we'll move on from that. Let's have a look at the twos.
They didn't play. Oh, did they? They played,
yeah,
did
they did.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, this was an interesting finish, and obviously we watched it at Knoxfield,
video
and
up,
they all went quite nuts watching it on Frogbox there. And the probably the biggest reaction they got when they were rewinding the game and rewatching the end after the young fella hit a 6 to win the game
On his birthday?
on his 18th birthday, was Waldo in the background throwing his hat.
And
They're his gloves. They're his gloves.
Sorry. And they were all sitting there going, whoa, and then he threw it, and they
But
they were having a great time there.
to be,
Not
to
really
be
us,
fair,
so.
to be fair, he should have thrown his gloves because apparently missed 3 stumpings and dropped 4 catches for the game. So I'll be throwing my gloves and my pads and everything. I'll be throwing everything, and I'll never be wearing them again. But,
James. Come.
so it's fair
We're
enough.
not posh on
I'm
it,
backing him here. 'Cause
it's amazing, a couple beverages. Now,
He's
just
got
to,
24 not out.
just to highlight, and off about 10 balls, just to highlight a few great performances. Zach Clark batted really well for 63. Cooper chimed in with 46, and as I said, Waldo actually got his 24 not out off less balls, which was great. With the bowling, Shane getting a return of 4 for 25 was a great effort. Morgie, now a bowler, got 1 for, but unfortunately, that last ball, it was off the last over, it went 2-6, game over, and the celebration was, I must admit, was pretty good, but unfortunately for our guys, it didn't go our way, which has put them, at the bottom end of the table, which is not where we wanted them to be, but I guess looking over the last couple of years, the twos have definitely been in a position where they've been playing a grade that they've been way too good for. So this has been a good little eye-opener that the standard has increased and we need to, do a little bit more. And I know Coop has sent a message out to the boys just saying we just want to lift our standards a bit. So well done to Cooper on that message
Well, I think
to the boys.
It's positives, if you want to look at some positives, they've been in a lot of games.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like a lot of games that could have gone their way, so which would put them on a different spot on the ladder. So they're not too far off. It's just tweaking it
You're not
a little
first,
bit.
you're last,
Really.
though, isn't it?
Ricky Bobby.
Bobby.
You're not first, you're last. You'll be in games, and if you don't win, you're last.
You go straight to that.
How were we going after the Basin game?
Anyway, so
Well, after the last two, I think you've written us off again.
I'm on the way. I'm on the way back down. Speak to you in the next 2 weeks. Heads off Panther.
Well, you've got
Fig
your...
jam? I've got a fig jam. I've got a fig.
No, we're doing peeved off.
I'll really stuff this.
No, we're off peeved off Panther. So, peeved off Panther.
Wait.
You're handballing it? Yeah, because you don't want to do this one. Peeved off Panther. It's a pretty simple one this week. We've spoken on this platform many times about the 5K draw. I can still see a flyer up there. There's plenty around the club. Not much point now because we've canned it, but you know, yeah, it's been canned, mate, because we had 11 tickets sold just before Christmas. We put out the call, we increased to 13. So that was pretty impressive. So, you know, when you look at it and what was the value for money, I think it was there. And unfortunately, to have clubs make money, you need to support these sort of things. So I'll be honest, I'm pretty annoyed that a little bit of effort, or a lot of effort went into this, and people just couldn't get around it. You know, talking of money being tight and all the rest of it, understand all that, but you know, clubs have to function, clubs have to make money so that you guys can get the best out of your facilities, out of, you know, what your club wants to provide you. So you do have to dip in a little bit. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but that's okay. Hicksy's decided to.
I need your blood pressure to get up a little bit
more.
more.
Mate, no, very much over it. So Hicksy, that's all right. Hicksy's organising a poker night, and
he'll also be rolling into another peeved off Panther next week. We've got 3 people.
He's got 5 people that have put their hand up to play. So again, well done, guys. Make sure you put yourself in.
I'll tick. Sorry, I haven't ticked it yet.
Yeah.
How are we going to pay for Cam if we don't get any people at these functions?
It's not about me, mate.
We should change it to Uno.
about providing our club.
I've been playing a lot of Uno lately, so.
Well, Yahtzee's pretty good.
Clocked it.
Clocked it. No, my peeved off Panther is to be honest, it's a disappointed Panther.
It is disappointing.
Yeah, we need to be better.
Yeah.
We need to be better. Now we haven't really discussed a fig jam, but do we want to talk about the guy that was on the phone 22 seconds after we aired last week, or last time, about we had a go at his stats?
Yeah.
I also went to Boxing Day and sat down, had a beer, and then just about to take my first sip, and he said, "I can't believe, whoa, just at me all day for 6 hours straight." Just
about telling you how good he is.
Telling me about his stats, corrected the stats.
Yeah.
He took 9 wickets. 14.
Sorry.
I want to say something back to that. Like, Langers, you are you are no good. I don't know why you think that you can have any rebuttal on any of these things that we've said. You are no good. You've never been any good. You bowl nude nuts. You can't bat. Someone bowls someone halfway down the pitch and you cry. Like, don't even try and say anything back to this. Don't watch this. Don't even. Like, I don't want to hear it, Langers. You're that bad. You're not even make the Vets 2020 team. Like, that's how bad you are.
He was out there bowling tonight.
And Brad Garbutt, he's number 11 at best. Smacked him round everywhere. Like, that's how bad he's going. So.
He got 14 wickets, so he wanted to make sure we knew that 14 wickets.
All right.
I don't know.
So,
Have I made myself clear or not?
Yeah. He also, there are all reports from the Vets team they wanted to bring up. Cuz Langers over the years has had pot shots at Pommy as captain, Pommy yourself as captain.
Pommy captain of the Vets?
Everyone, no.
Pommy was not even in the country when he was 40.
No. When Pommy lost in the grand final because he didn't bowl Langers, and he let him know about him for a long time. The boys have said that you have got an unlosable Vets team this year.
Unlosable?
If you don't win the premiership, you have a lot coming your way because that team.
You know why? Because you got 2 of the best Vets players in the comp, and he won't play us.
But I've also heard this too. The comp come to him and said that your team's too good.
Hope he's lose by heaps.
Can you go up a division? And he said,
No. I want to win a flag.
I want to win we're going to win the flag.
Right.
So, I'll just go up next year.
You can't go up if you're not going to pick the best players in the comp in over 40s. Like,
is that you?
it's me, Cam. Yeah.
That's what he said, not me.
Fig Jam.
That's what he said.
Is this the new Fig Jam?
Anyway, tell us about this Vets T20 stuff. What is it?
No, don't tell.
Are you the captain of this?
Yeah. I was trying to find the captain.
I'm the captain now.
Looks like, I'll tell you who's not the captain, Langers. Langers not even inside, he'll run the water. But, so we've got a Vets 2020. We obviously had a Senior Club 2020 that we did recently, and, I couldn't carry us to the finals, but we're going again in the Vets 2020. We're going for a Fig Jam team. We've got Cam's in.
Yeah.
We've got Joshy Dowling.
Yep.
Actually, he's out there. He wants to come on the show. Maybe we'll go grab him in a minute. We've even got some old boys from the club.
Bolts.
Aaron Power.
Aaron Power. Shane
Costick. We've got Mickey Sinclair. We've got Stephen Stevie Pim. We've got
Cody?
Cody Morris. Yeah, forgot about him.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's got to ask. He's got to ask.
No, but fair enough.
Got maybe Kinners. He's 12th man. We'll see how he goes.
Kenneth
If we're
knows how
sure.
to smack lower grades around too.
Yeah, but this is Vets 2020 Div 1.
Oh, is this Div 1?
I think so. I don't know. Who else we got? I forgot the team.
Are you the captain?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm
don't
trying
need
to find.
anyone
We can't
else.
find a captain. No one's the captain.
Who else is Bolt?
Bolts. We got Bolts.
You said that.
No, I didn't. Did I?
He's played twice.
He's playing twice. Very lucky.
We'll take 2.
Don't we have
You're
like
40, aren't you, Nate?
Keno?
I'm not
Keno
40,
as
but I'm
well?
not 40.
Keno and that.
Yeah, you get him across.
Chris Campbell, AJ, Dozzy.
Does he?
I think CD's put his hand up. And that's about it. I think
Who's the
that's
guy
enough.
that wears the
Max.
Maxi, wasn't he?
I got goggles. I'll go.
Literally wears.
Well,
He's
I'm
training
actually-
for celebrations,
I'm
mate. so-
seriously a bit worried. I was at Rowville, following around at Rowville. I left Rowville, came back to Eildon.
Mate.
Maxie rocks up with his goggles and he goes, "Oh, you used to play in the threes, mate, did you?"
Oh,
I
that
go,
was
"No."
funny. He said to Taters, he goes, "Oh, did you used to play at Rowville like in the threes?" He goes, "No, I was captain of the ones." He goes, "Oh, didn't even know."
Maybe.
Didn't even know.
Oh, this has come from a bloke who was doing Tai Chi on the hill during training. Like, fuck off, Max. Anyway,
Oh, dear.
anyway, fines.
Fines. Well, we were talking about fines, and nobody's put any money in the fines, which we knew was going to happen. So we might mix it up a little bit. We might do a fine of the week, and that person then goes in the on a spinny wheel, and they get a job.
Yep.
And it could be taking out the bins, could be doing the dishes, could be cleaning the toilets,
Yeah,
could
we've
be something.
Got on to CD, Cole Davey. I spoke to him about this, and I think we're going to get him to, obviously being one of the guys at the club who's just been a volunteer and done like mountains of work for the club, and I think it'd be good for him to point someone out and just
So
give
he's a
him a
bit of a
job.
fine master. So
He's the job master, I guess.
yeah, so can he pick the fines as well?
Oh, I think
Well,
we
he's
pick
just
the
picking the
fine,
job
and
for the
he'll
week.
pick the job.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Picking the job of the week, and then we'll tell him who
Yes,
the
we've got a
person.
great guest.
Oh yeah!
Great guest. Let's
Well,
get
this
him
is
on.
great.
Let's get him on.
This is
Get
great
him on.
to
Get him on. Come on. He's the man at the moment.
Oh my God! Give us a hand. I can't grab this bloke by
Come on,
myself.
let's bring him on. Bring the man at the moment on.
Is he coming?
I can't
Come on, Langers.
It's slippery. He's like a whale, mate. I couldn't grab him.
Write a reply, Langers. Come on.
Oh,
he's
Jesus.
missed
Oh,
out.
he's trying to get in the.
Should we do the votes?
Yes.
Do the vote.
Well, they're your votes, so.
They're not my votes, but remember you guys can steal them.
Oh, we probably will.
Yep.
Oh well, when I was pissed.
So we'll go Panther Press medalist, round 8. So Panther Press medalist, round 8. We're going to go 3 votes to Cole Scott with his 100. 2 votes to Josh Beamsley for his 4-fer. And Wilco as well for his, I think it was 63.
Had a good couple of weeks. hasn't he?
Wilco.
Yes.
Josh Wilkins.
Fair enough.
And what did Tate do that week?
Oh yeah, so if you want to steal anything, James, I think you made...
21.
Mate,
He made 21.
No. Yeah, you did. You made
did.
21.
yeah, and
It was a good 21.
we're over at 7, and I got 21. I reckon that's at least 100 worth. So I'm just joking. I was fine. No, I'm not stealing anything. Actually, Cole.
I got 19 in 1 for, so
Yep.
I'm
I'm
thinking about it.
stealing Cole. Like Joshy Beamsley, he does it a 4-fer.
Yep.
But Cole, I don't know, if he keeps beating up on these kids, I'm going to start. Look, I'm going to let it go this week, Cole. Cole, if you're not going to go up in grade, if you keep beating up on the
Is he
kids and
captain?
making a... You still go up? He's trying to get in the best team,
Do you want to
He's
steal
trying to get
one?
in
Do you want to
best
steal
20, isn't he?
one vote? No. Yeah, Phil, you don't want one?
No, I'm fine.
All right, so round 9.
No, let's skip.
We'll give Marlo 3 votes for his 5-fer. Zach Clark, 2 votes for his 63, and 1 vote to Tibbs for his 44.
Oh, jeez.
What
I didn't
about-
even give Tibbs.
How's,
I didn't even give.
how
I gave
old
Tibbs
is
1
Zach
vote.
Clark?
I thought he was the only one that really kept us in it with the bat.
We were never in it, but,
I gave Shawnee for 2 for and 20.
Yeah, that's nice. Well,
How old's
do you want to steal it yourself?
Yeah,
What are you,
Yeah.
round shot?
that's good. I connected really
All
well.
3 stumps out
All
the
3
ground,
stumps.
so...
Yeah, you're hitting the bunnies, mate.
No, that was not me. I've been here
No, but seriously,
previously.
how old's that club?
Harry and Lockie followed in their dad's footsteps. Both got hit into Bunnings.
No, how old's that club?
Everyone's been hit into Bunnings. Come on.
Oh, I was
so
asking for the
close.
7th time.
Well, I don't know, mate.
No, so
Maybe
he's
35,
He's not 35.
Yeah.
26.
30. He's about 30.
I think he's 29.
Oh,
30.
how unfit is that bloke,
He's
though?
20.
How unfit is that bloke? Like,
24.
he made 60,
Yeah.
and apparently he's having 2 weeks off to recover from that.
He hurt himself. He had to have a runner.
What injury was this?
Hamstring.
Heartstring.
Come on.
Mate, I remember when I played at Rowville, he made 20 or 40 balls and he couldn't bowl in the second innings. Like,
That's facts, but
picked
no.
off Panther.
He's picked off Panther all day.
Like, Zach, lift. You need a lift. You
He's made 60.
unfit old bloke. Jeez.
He's made 60. I'll tell you what,
You need to get him to...
65,
You
that's
need to get
pretty
him at
close.
45. Zach,
get
your
him there.
punishment, F45 at Cam.
Do you want a Huddy story?
Huddy Reid.
Yeah, give us a Huddy Reid story.
I know a Huddy Reid story.
Jenny's
Got a
got eight.
Hudson story though.
Yeah.
I've been playing Uno with him and getting quite frustrated seeing that me, Christine, Eildon, Nono and Mia, all the cousins, were playing against him. He does the same thing that Tyler does too. Plays Uno and shows you all his cards and he still wins. Like, it is the most frustrating thing I've ever seen. Like, you're looking at his cards like, all right, just, you know, and then somehow he gets draw for, and he, like,
He
I
gets
know you're
you
not
every
interested
time.
in this, James.
Mate, I'm
and he's
looking
the
at Ricky.
most-
Ricky's so
he's
about to
the
fall
most-
asleep over here.
That is the most frustrating thing ever.
Ricky nearly turned the camera
He
off.
knows. He played Uno with these kids. He knows
Oh, I'm gonna
that
get
this is what happens, and they show you the cards, and they still win, and it is annoying, mate. It's annoying. Anyway,
Are we going to get a
it's out of
guest?
control.
I'll get a drink while he's talking about this shit.
All right, I think we're going to get a guest. We'll see how we go, so we'll just leave it there
Well,
for
let's
now.
be honest. We're glad James has left. So.
I'll tell you what, James is he's had a few. So I'm not sure how much Ricky's going to have to censor this one. This is probably going to be the hardest job for you yet, I reckon, Ricky. But there's a few slips of the language and maybe some inappropriate
I wonder if
words.
it would be good to count back and see from my first episode and how he went on that one, because that was just beep the whole time. So,
Oh, that's
all right, let's see what the guest is coming up.
You're going to get better with that story. They're shit house.
Yep. Well,
Roof.
Smooth sailing.
anyway, we've got a special guest here, club legend, Joshy. So, I think most people here know who you are, but he's obviously
Not old
two-time.
Brand. I'll tell you who he doesn't know. Old Brown Dog on the Vets chat. I've no idea who you
Big
are.
fan of Brandon. Yeah, one of my favourite players, the Brandon.
No idea who you are.
Who else is on the Vets group chat? Is Goggles on there? You met
No.
Goggles today.
No, Maxie.
Yeah.
Goggles,
Big
big fan of
number.
Max Power, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Max Power? No,
You got
Max
his number,
Mix.
Maxie. Goggles, Maxie.
He's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good player.
Yep.
Why'd you get his number? That's a bit weird.
Looks good.
No, but we've got Joshy on. He's a, what do you call it? Club champion, two-time premiership player, coach, star.
I don't know about Star.
I'd say star.
Clubs?
So,
All clubs, Joshy?
I'm going to jump onto a few things. Joshy, what's your best score?
Best school? I think I got 100. Yeah, I'm not really. I think, as I said to you before, I'm not big on,
Sorry, boys.
not big on numbers, but I think I got 100.
Yep.
Yeah, I've played for so many clubs, I forget how many, but yeah, no, I certainly got 100.
Yep. Best bowling. He's a keeper, but I've said this best bowling because I know when he was in the UK, you actually won the bowling average.
UK suited me. Yeah,
Yep.
UK suited me, and
Yep.
I enjoyed playing in that league. Obviously, it was
Not bad.
a bit of a special league, and Nathan played in it as well. And
Yeah.
when I say special, it was probably special. And yeah, it was good to get a couple of wickets. I think. Did I nip you out one day?
Nah, I nicked you out.
This is true.
head over.
This is true.
Yep. And then went out for dinner and I got a cramp, which everyone knows I get cramps, and I kicked his spaghetti on him. So
This actually happened, didn't
Yes,
it?
it did.
As I said, I've got a great
spaghetti
memory,
head.
but
it was
bad
it was a
times.
great night.
I think we won, but
No, we won. It was one of the only games we did win.
There you
We
go.
got relegated that year.
good times.
Sounds like it must have been great.
It was great, mate. You had a great time over there. So, what's your first bat that you ever had? You haven't got a great memory, so.
Yeah, no, I actually do remember this.
Yep.
I had a Puma, Millichamp and Hall.
Was that Michael Bevan one?
I don't know if it was Bevan, but I remember when
What about
Gully came out with it, and I thought I was the Duck
Mark
Scouts.
Taylor had that too, didn't he?
Yeah.
He hit the three. Yeah.
And then I went over to, when I was over in the UK, where I lived in Somerset, not too far, down in Devon, not too far, but Millichamp and Hall are still the batting manufacturer over there, out of the Somerset ground there, and they make amazing bats. I think Craig Overton is using them at the moment, but great bats.
Were they the redback as well, or was that a
No,
different
that
guy?
was a different deal,
Yeah.
That was a very good. That was a bit of a deal that we had going,
A lot of red.
Good luck to Redback in the UK. I hope you're going well over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
some
appreciate
pads.
the bats, yeah.
Pads and gloves for me when I got over there.
Looked after you, Sauce Ed, when you came over.
Fantastic.
Don't worry about that.
Remember that bat you're going to give
If
me?
only we could have got you free sunscreen. That would have
Yeah,
saved
I
a lot
know.
of money, but we couldn't
Still
do it.
need it now, obviously. So,
Very much so.
obviously your backyard setup. I always like this. Cam's not here. He likes this question.
Yeah.
As well.
I do watch the podcast. I'm a big fan on the
yeah.
podcast. I jump on. I love when Tate gets involved every now and again. But but I mean, clearly when we're working family out in Langwarrin, things are a little bit tougher than someone like a Cameron Costick. I don't have the 60, 75 acres out in the backyard there, where he's got the in-ground pool and the spa and the sauna. But like my backyard, it's good. I've got the cubby house out there for the kids, and
More so for when you and Mark were playing when you were younger.
Oh.
In the backyard.
I thought you were talking about like.
No.
Oh mate, it was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had little tucked up, taped up ball, as you love, Sauce.
Yes, I do love that stuff.
Mate, probably bowled off.
Titus
Probably,
loves the taped up balls.
Well, I'm going to say, when you talk about the Cam Costick's backyard, his pool and stuff,
yeah.
I think there's a bit of a lawsuit going at the moment.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
Someone
know that.
may have drowned in his pool, or pretty much nearly
I
drowned.
was.
And
I have been
the
there.
fence wasn't quite up to scratch. Someone might have walked and fell in the pool.
Okay. Yeah, I went over there.
So maybe don't bring the pool.
I went over there. I think he invited us over a couple of years ago. I got lost on the left wing, so I was stuck for probably a couple of days. Yeah, it's a big property out on Westerfield, isn't it?
And you just
Big
don't look at those fence around the pool. Anyway, regulations are regulations.
We'll move on. Sorry, I missed that probably question there.
No, it's just your backyard setup when you
Cricket.
and Mark obviously
mate.
going at it.
Loved
So,
it. Yeah,
Who
mate,
won
the best
most of the
time.
time?
Well, he was. I got him away.
Yeah, I thought so.
That was the winner.
Yep. Pretty. And then this is
I've
your
seen
question.
this question.
Yeah, clubs you played for. I don't know if we have enough time, but yeah, we can cover
They're
that.
probably going to run out of battery, but yeah, I was lucky enough to play for 3 or 4
play
countries in the UK.
Yeah.
I grew up Johnson Park,
Yep.
and that was my, down there when I was 8 years of age. Loved it. It was fantastic.
Oh, you
and
didn't.
then
What a shoot club.
enjoyed it down there, but yeah, things aren't going great down there at Johnny Park at the moment. But then, obviously over in the UK, I remember Cody. I wasn't sleeping with him at the time, but he was on the end of my bed.
Yep.
He came down. I rung Warren Griffin. Oh, he rung Warren Griffin.
Yep.
Things happened,
Fantastic.
and he said, "You're coming to Eildon Park," and then I flew back to
He
Australia.
said, "Here's 20K,
played for
yeah,
Eildon
I'll
Park.
definitely
Wasn't 20 gorillas, certainly wasn't that.
This
Maybe $20.
Big brown bag, I'll definitely come. Yeah.
That wasn't the case. And then, there's been a couple other clubs as well.
I know.
Is
It's
it
great
same
memories. I'm
round
so
paper?
glad that conversation happened because we made so many good memories from that. I remember coming over to the UK to your wedding.
Yep.
And DJ passed it. Do you remember DJ passed it?
DJ passed it, fell asleep on the dance floor. Yep.
Boys,
One of the shittest DJs I'll ever come across, and we paid him about 500 quid, and he was the worst I've ever seen. Yep.
DJ passed it. It was fantastic. But
No, I was
got
very
great
lucky, mate.
times.
Very
So,
lucky.
So how much money you reckon you made from cricket? Like,
It's a good question, James. I think we're just running out of battery at the moment. I mean, for me,
put some cash in.
no,
Go a couple more minutes.
I've been very lucky with cricket, James, and I've been, we were Dandenong 20 years
To be
ago.
fair, you actually deserve. You're actually a gun cricketer, so.
Thanks, James. I appreciate that, but
So in saying that, the pathway for like young kids and stuff like that. So you obviously started your juniors at Johnson Park, went over to the UK, but you also did a stint at District Cricket.
Yep, District Cricket, yeah. I just had a good chat with a few people out the front. Like, I'm a big advocate for District Cricket. I love District Cricket.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's the Duck Scouts. What I'm not a big advocate for is thirds and fourths District cricket.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, you know, like
That's
just
where I was actually.
speaking to a few people out there, like I don't think that people should be leaving to go to district cricket unless they're ready to play, you know, seconds.
Yeah.
You know, for mine, like you've got great coaches here, you know, like Sudsy, and you've got people like yourself, Cameron, Tate around who have been around good clubs and they know how it works.
Yep.
And for me, you know, like if parents are out there actually thinking, oh, my kid's good enough, well, your kid's good enough when they're playing first 11 cricket for your local cricket club.
And dominating.
And performing. I don't think they need to be dominating for mine. Like for mine, like
Showing something.
As someone like a 17, 18-year-old coming through, that they're showing something, you know, and then you can sit there and say, okay, well, let's go to district cricket, let's get some professional coaching and see where you go.
Yep.
For me, there's far too many, you know, like at the moment, going too early.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they kind of burn themselves out and don't end up playing cricket at all,
And
which is sad.
I'll try to take the piss a fair bit, obviously, especially today. Take the piss a fair bit, but I think for the club, I'll give you a bit of praise here. But Joshy, when he came down to the club, he sort of changed that. He had that professional sort of outlook coming from district cricket, but could also knew how to talk to everyone at the club. That from the juniors, from the Jesse Fries, with the soccer goalkeeping gloves on, mucking around, being able to talk to those guys at lower grades, and then be able to talk to the guys in the ones, and knowing how to be able to talk to people, but getting everyone involved. And I think that really turned the club a little bit as well from coming up from Detroit and move us in a good way. So
Just talking to, again, I think it was Sudsy or Griffo out there just before, just talking about like, you got to forget, you can't forget this is a community.
Yep.
You know, and that's the best thing to ever. And Saul said, so many people at my wedding. It's from a community. You know, I had 20 odd mates come over to my wedding over in the UK, and like in Spain and England. It's done from a community, you know, and that's what it's all about. So community sport, local sport, so important.
Yeah, we didn't actually just come for the wedding. We actually all went on the honeymoon as well.
I will remember, and shouldn't say this. I don't know if I should say this on here.
you should hear the stuff on there.
My first day, I've been married for 2 days, and then I walked out on this balcony, and then I could just hear all this fucking bloke. Oh, sorry. There's 20 or 30 people there having a good time, so it's the best thing ever.
How did you go with the flights?
I don't know, I haven't got enough time for this, but I had 2 jobs at my wedding. One was to provide enough beer, and we got married in a brewery. The second was to book the honeymoon. I forgot to book the honeymoon. So we got to the airport, and my wife, been married 2 days, said, oh, this is going to be the best ever. And you got there, I walked up there, I got these tickets, and I put them on, and they said, that's not a ticket, that's a reference. And then she didn't speak to me for 48 hours.
That's surprising, because you're actually pretty good with your words. I thought you would have,
No, it didn't happen. The bad times. Worst time of my life.
Everyone else had a ticket to his honeymoon.
You was going on the honeymoon. My brother was going on the honeymoon. 30 people going on the honeymoon. My wife and I not going on the honeymoon.
Tell you what though, this is one of these stories that made me not want it. Like, I've had misses and girlfriends. They're so ungrateful. Like,
I tried my best.
oh, well, marry
I just didn't pay for it. No, I just didn't pay for it. I clicked that I wanted the flight. I just didn't pay for it.
A little bit of clerical error. You just married her. The rest of your life, a bit of clerical error, and can't let her go still.
James, she still speaks to this day. So no,
It was one of the great.
no, it wasn't, mate. It was that.
I remember sitting there going, oh. And everyone was getting into me about, oh, Sauce, if you bought your passport, and then Ben Morris.
Ben Morris. Ben Morris at the front.
Just having pot shots at me. Make sure Sauce has got his.
I was going to say, are we on the podcast? Or we just
sorry.
The boys?
Sorry.
Anyway, so the vets. So this is a great time. We'll go back to the vets 2020 team.
2020.
It's great to have Joshy on. Joshy is the captain of the vets T20 team.
Yeah, well done, Joshy. Well done, mate.
Congratulations, Joshy. It's great to have him. And Brownie sends his condolences. No.
Can I just ask what this team is?
Yeah, I don't know.
So we've got the vets RDCA T20 vets team. Joshy's captain.
Just 3 games, that's it.
3 games
And then
plus finals.
And grand final.
Every Tuesday.
Yeah.
28th of January, get down to, I don't know where we're playing.
Home games?
Probably play a home game. we'll be on top, so we'll play all our finals here.
Yeah.
It's just great. Like, geez, I just love Joshy being the captain again. Like, it gets us all fired up.
Yeah.
So
I can't play.
you're 40, yeah? How old are you?
30.
I'm 42. No, I'm 37.
Geez, you need to get a bit of Botox
36.
or something, mate.
37. Come on, mate.
Is this fair?
What? Are we still on? Are we on now?
We're still on, mate. This is the longest podcast we've had.
What are we talking about? Backyard setup.
Right, no, we're done now. I think we've gone through this.
No, we're all good. No, I'm looking forward to captain. Yeah, can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
good.
so, mate.
We've got a great team though. So
No, we've been
I
through
was going to say Maury. Maury's like a wait and see.
James.
He
We've
takes
been
the
through-
rubbish out, fucking, you know.
James.
He takes the rubbish bins out
James.
2 weeks in a row.
James, we've already been through the team. We've already been through the team.
Maury's out though. Anyway, hopefully like four.
I hope you
how many
see-
teams you got? 4 wins plus the other teams all win, and we'll see you back here next week for another great show. Thank you, Joshy, for coming on.
Fantastic, lads.